Goa without beaches and booze, what will you do? But this time we decided to take a discovery tour of the Chorao Islands with soul travelers. And initially, yes, we were nervous. We were excited but nervous because we had to be on the ferry by 7 a.m., which meant getting up by 5 with kids. Then it was a very nice experience getting the scooter on the ferry and crossing the water body early in the morning. The moment we stepped onto the island in the Dr. Salim's bird sanctuary, it was a very different feel. Very nice, serene, calm, birds chirping around, and very nice. And then we had to hop onto a smaller boat to go around the mangroves, discovering the island and spotting birds. And just looking at the sun rise in front of your eyes, cool breeze around you was an experience in itself. Yes, kids had their own reservations. Why do you want to wake me up so early? It's too cold. At the moment we stepped onto the ferry, they all cheered up. And obviously they had a great time all throughout the, whatever 3-4 hours we spent there. Yes, we spotted quite a few varieties of birds and enjoyed the entire experience of bird watching in a different way altogether. Um, and the good part was Benita, who was our host, was really knowledgeable. She didn't just tell about what met the eye, but we discussed a lot of things: history, architecture, people, the cuisine, food, religion, so many things which we touched upon, we discussed, we shared stories, which just generated that curiosity about the place. More questions came in, we understood the place better, and that's how history has to be learned, right? And then we also went back into time saying history books were so boring, but when you look at history from this angle, it is so interesting, and you just feel like digging in deeper and deeper and knowing more. Well, so our next agenda was to hop onto our scooters and go to the next stop, which was a very ancient temple dedicated to Devki and Krishna, which is quite rare to find. She also explained us the story about the temple and the story behind the whole idea of having a statue of Devaki and Krishna when they reunited, which was very, very sweet and nice story. If you happen to Google, I'm sure you will find it interesting too. And then we hopped on to our scooters again to go to a small hill and understand the process of making feni. We also saw the plantations, the way the feni is made, different ways in which it's fermented, for what duration. Um, we also visited a nice little church on top of the hill on the island, and she told us some interesting facts about some practices followed there. Kids also got to write some postcards to their loved ones, uh, while we could enjoy some nice sattvic breakfast. The next was to go again on our scooters and do the nice feni tasting. So we tried different varieties of fenis, and also this is a typical drink called urrak, which is a less of a fermented version had with chili, lime, and salt. We then ended the tour and went ended the day with a nice Christmas carol at an old bakery in Goa and headed back home admiring the Atal Bridge, which is the biggest one in India, biggest suspension bridge in India, which is quite a beauty. And spotted a few churches, stopped by and ended our day on a happy note. That was Goa for us in a different angle.